And therefore, anytime I saw a horse on the screen, on television and movies, all I wanted to do was to do Western movies, to run around every time I could jump on a horse and ride off into the distance. I found a piece of paper that was a document that my mother saved, which was a little piece of paper written in pencil that was the things I was going to take on my trip. And I used to look out the window at school and dream about getting on my horse, which I spelled H-O-R-E-S, or something like that, horse. Things I was going to take with my horse. And all the things I was going to pack up on my horse, and I was going to ride off into the sunset, and I really did have this dream about how far I could go on my horse in one direction. I'm still trying to find that direction, but so any time that, when I first got into the movie business, anytime there was any opportunity to do a Western, play Calamity Jane or whatever it was, I couldn't wait to do it. Some of them will remain nameless. I think we called the Magnificent Seven. The Magnificent Seven will never ride again after this picture. And they didn't. But McClintock was really not only the highlight of life as a young actress, but it was the best of the best. And I learned so much about movie making. I remember this inevitable moment when your dad rolled up to me and was going to give me some words of advice about my acting. And he rolled over to me, and this was the great moment that I had waited for. And he said, "Just remember this, kid. It's all in the eyes." And then he rolled away. But, nobody wins one of these alone. There's always an awful lot of people behind you when you get to a certain point in your life and in your career. And just, if you'll bear with me a moment, I wonder if we could put the lights on a little bit, because those of us who are fortunate enough to have had a long career are not there without an enormous amount of support. Enormous amount of support from our families, friends, and most particularly, the people who watch us and who are loyal to us. I am particularly blessed by having the most astonishing group of loyal, I call them my girls. We've traveled all over the world together. They've come to see me in the vast corners of the earth. And tonight they have come from Brazil. They have come from Scotland. And aren't we glad they're still with us? They've come from Wales. They came from Geneva, Marie, and from London, and from New York, and from Burbank, and from Brooklyn, and wait a minute, I can't see them, lights aren't up, let's see, where else? Indiana! They came from Indiana, they came from Wales. And I just want to thank all of them for making this enormous effort and for always being there for me. Can you just give them some applause? Because I'd be nothing without them. And to make this evening go a little faster, all I can do is thank you all very much for supporting this wonderful organization, the last vestiges of those people who remember all the people that made the industry we all wanted to be in. Thank you very much for keeping the flame, and thank you very much for this award.